Happy Friday. It is Friday the 20th of September and you are joining us from the Premier Inn. Where is this Premier Inn? Ashby de la Zouch. Which is a weird name, Ashby de la Zouch.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sounds like a Star Wars character.
It does. Sounds like a spaceport.
It sounds like...
Anyway, for another exciting round of the ever exciting BRSCC Mazda MX-5 Championship from Donington this weekend, and it is the penultimate round. Luke, how are you feeling?
We feel absolutely fantastic. Obviously, we're looking ahead to the weekend, trying to take it game by game. If we can come away with the 3 points, that'd be fantastic.
It'd be nice to come away with 909 points.
What? How? What
Oh no, you can't. That's per weekend.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, that would be a very good weekend.
I was just impressed with my maths because the total points...
Yeah, you were only 600 out.
Well, no, I was 606 out. You can come away with a maximum of 303 points.
You can.
Yeah. Things are hotting up in this championship.
Things are getting warm.
Yes.
Lukewarm.
Talk us through it.
So it's an 8-round championship. And we're going into the penultimate round.
Yeah, which is the one from last.
I mean, it's the one from last.
Yeah.
As you didn't know, we're using slang here, guys. We're using slang. So, yeah, we've done 6 race weekends already, and our season started with our wheel falling off, and then it's been a bit of an uphill battle since then, with some good results. Second half of the season, we've really switched it on. So, Tom's leading the championship, and then it's like 2 or 3 points, like literally, I think it is like 3 points behind him is Adam, and then I'm 1 point behind Adam, and then there's a bit of a gap because Nola had some bad luck at Cadwell. But
he's still in the fight.
Yeah, he's still in the fight, so it's like, yeah, we're going into this round. It's just like anyone's guess, like, yeah.
So 6 races left in total.
6 races left in total, and there's like 3 or 4 points split in the top 3. It's tight.
I don't think it's ever been this tight between 4 people.
I can't remember it like this late in the season, like there being such a small gap between like more than 2 drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's very exciting. We've got a fun weekend ahead. We've got some fun people.
Oh, a big grid this weekend.
Big grid. Yeah, we've got like 40 cars on the grid. So
yeah.
That's exciting.
Got some old faces back.
I know. We've got Seb Fisher. We've got lovely Seb Fisher, he got his first win at this track, and I got my first win at this track. So
Seb Fisher's great to have on track as well.
Yeah, he's good to race. So we've got him. Ted's back.
Lovely Ted Bradbury.
Lovely Ted Bradbury. So we're gonna have the Bradburys back under the awning, which is gonna be great. I've heard rumours that Jason Great Tracks is back.
Didn't he used to race Fiat?
Apparently he did, yeah.
Yeah.
The commentators have never mentioned that.
So Jason, super lovely guy, not been around this season. Rumour has it he was spied there. He's not on the drivers list though, so we don't know.
I don't know. I don't want to believe.
So as a track, what do you think about Donington?
I love Donny. I get on really well with it.
It's a good track for us.
It is a good track for us. Got my first ever trophy here when we got driver of the day in 2020. Then I got my first podium the next year, and then I got my first win last year.
Quickly followed by
another one.
Yeah.
My ears have got all piggy.
So Daphne is our lovely car.
Yeah.
She's had a refresh.
She has got some new wheel bearings, so we can smash some new curbs with it until we need to get those replaced again. Yeah, she's just. I think we're at the point now where in the championship fight. Between every round, pretty much, we just want to make sure it's still as good as it was at the last round.
Yeah.
You don't want anything to go off because it can happen. So we just want to make sure that we're covering ourselves.
Nice. So today's Friday testing.
Yeah, I like Friday testing.
We always win Friday testing.
You can't start the day like that. Touch wood.
So how many sessions have we got?
4, I think.
So it's normally 4 20 or 25-minute sessions.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Let's go to the track.
Let's do it.
So we're in the car park. Is that how I sound?
Yeah.
So, so if you've never seen a Premier Inn before, like for our international viewers, that's a Premier Inn. So we're in the car park. So hello, welcome to the car park. Nice vibes this morning. It's just coming up 5 to 9. They're out at 9 o'clock for a test session, and everybody is just like, feels good. Nice busy awning this weekend. I think as Luke mentioned earlier, 29 on the grid, and we are running, where are we there? Paul's gone out. Oh, sorry, 39. So we are running 2, 4, 6, 7 Mark 1s and Ollie's Mark 3 as well. So they should be going out any second. What's especially nice about this weekend is Ted Bradbury is running with us, and he raced with us last year. He's been racing Fun Cup this year. Luke, it's Ted Bradbury. He's back.
He's back. Is my hands device in the car?
Yeah, I think so.
I need it.
Have you got the keys?
No.
Yeah, so Ted's back with us this weekend as a guest driver because he is piloting Luke's car from last season. There's Harry Dean. Morning, Harry. Have fun, mate. So he is piloting Luke's car from last year, which Tim is hopefully going to try and sell this weekend. So Luke and Tim built this car last year, and Luke's had a few podiums and a couple of wins in it as well. So Ted, who is a mega peddler, will be driving the car. And if you've not met this car is called Shamu, and for all of you Florida fans, looks a bit like Shamu. So yeah, hopefully Tim gets a nibble on it as well. Right, I'm going to go and find a spot on track, take my little timer up, see who's quick. First session done. How was that?
Yeah, it was really fun. It was basically just a race in the end. I went out like 2-3 laps just to get the temperature up, like in the car, and then like switched it on. And I was like, oh, I feel good, I feel quick. And I was like closing in to like a group of fast boys in front. I was like, it's gonna be good. See Tom, see Ewan, it's gonna be good. It's like catch up, see what's going on. And I caught up and I felt really good. I was like, I caught this quickly. And then as soon as I got in front, I was just couldn't shake them. Turns out the slipstream around here is huge, because I was just like, oh god, maybe I'm no good. And I'm failing under the pressure around these guys. So when they got back past, I sort of tucked in behind and thought, I'll just sit in the toe, see what happens. And then I was just pushing everywhere. I was like, oh no.
Toe fest.
I think there's like 8 tenths of slipstream.
Really?
I think so. It's everywhere. It's not even like down one specific straight. It's everywhere. It's a toe.
Nice.
So I mean, it looks like it's going to be wet, but if it's dry, it's going to be like it'll be a 10-car battle.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Right, heading out for the second practice session. How you feeling, Ewan?
Excited.
Whee! Right, Luke, heading out for practice session 2. Stop doing that. How you feeling?
I've got my game face on.
What's the plan?
Kill everyone.
Brilliant. Right, practice session 2 done. Luke and Nola. I don't like using last names, it seems rude, but that's how they do it. It looks like they were the quickest out there. They seem to be super rapid, but it can all change. So yeah, I haven't spoken to him yet, but I can tell he's very happy, you know, holding court with Jack and lovely Levi Aisbett as well. We've got some really lovely, you know, if you're looking for a championship to come racing in, this is it, because they're all friendly. It's Chris, the
Best looking mechanic.
the best looking mechanic in the AB awning.
Hello, it's Drive to Survive.
Hello.
Hi.
Practice session 2 done.
Practice session 2 done.
How was it?
Good.
That was good.
Yes, fast. I think.
Yeah.
I don't really know what everyone's doing.
Okay.
One thing we've learned. Have we spoken since testing 1?
Yeah, we have. Yeah.
On here?
On here, yeah.
No, I've spoken to you.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
testing 1 done.
Yeah,
We're now on to testing 2.
Testing 2. You sure?
Yeah.
I don't remember talking. Sorry,
Yeah.
Cheers Ears fans. I don't remember that. Did I say the slipstream was really powerful?
You
around
did,
here?
yeah.
Did I really?
You did, yeah.
Well, it's really strong. I went out on my own at first because I left late, so I didn't have anyone around me really, other than some like people just driving off the track and kicking up gravel everywhere. I thought, oh, I hope that doesn't hit the radiator. So I went around for a couple laps on my own. and I was like, track feels slower. This is sad. I want to set a faster time. I think I got like a 23.9, and I was like, there's a bit more to find, but it was hard to do it. And then I came in to go find someone to play with, so I just got my pressures done. And when I went back out, I saw Mr. Jack Noller, Williams Esports extraordinaire, go out on the track, and I thought he'll be quick around here. So I went out, followed him for a bit, dive bombed him immediately, and got in front. And then I was just like, he'll give me a push here. And then we just stuck together with each other for about 4 or 5 laps, and he was like pushing me along. I was giving him a tow. It was a symbiotic relationship. It was very nice. We banged in like a 23.3.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's a good time. This is definitely a slower session. Came in, felt good. I think we're good.
Yeah.
I think that's where we want to be.
Yeah.
But like, no one's going to drive off this weekend. It's like, it's too tight.
Yeah.
Like,
everybody's quick.
If you are within 8 tenths of someone a lap, they will not drop you. So I think it's gonna be a massive fight.
Do you?
I have no idea what's gonna happen. If it's dry, I'm like, I don't know.
So we got lunch now and then 2 more sessions.
Yeah. Oh my god. Sorry, Simon Waterfall's over there flashing me. Well, just get that. Subscribe to the Patreon to see Simon. Sorry, what did you say?
So we got lunch now and then 2 more sessions.
We have lunch now and then 2 more sessions.
How's the car? How's she doing?
It's lovely.
Yeah.
I really like that car. It's epic. Ted's going well in Shamu.
Yeah.
I think Ewan's doing well in the higher car. So
Nice. Sexy Tom's doing good.
Sexy Tom's doing good, but I was mainly making a comment that me and my exes,
Oh yeah.
my old Mazdas.
Oh yeah. Because you got 2 of your old cars are here.
Yeah. It's weird. I haven't actually been around Ted yet. I've not seen my old car like in person on track.
He was. Yeah.
He's going great.
He's going great.
Yeah. I'm having fun, but it's like I think I forgot, like, I've always done well here, but I'd forgotten that, like, because we've come off like Cadwell where we were like really like quicker sort of thing, and now we're still quick and everyone's really quick, and it's a little bit like, whereas before in like testing I was like 4 tenths up the road, now I'm just at the road with everyone, and I just feel like I've lost half a second. When I haven't, it's just like we're all just on it.
Yeah.
It's scary.
It's going to be exciting.
Oh, I can't wait.
Session 3.
Oh, we're recording. It didn't make the noise.
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Session 3.
Crazy.
It's mixed conditions now.
It's making me crazy.
It's not wet. It's not dry.
No, I reckon there'll be a dry line out there, so it'll be quick until you dip a wheel on like the greasy stuff, and then you'll have a crash. But should be fun. Bateman's quick, so I'm just gonna find him.
Hi. So Donington is right by East Midlands Airport. So if you look above, there's a plane coming overhead. The greatest practice session. Unfortunately, lovely Ted stuck it in the gravel, so a bit of a slow recovery of the car meant they didn't get a massive amount of running, so we got 1 more session later on this afternoon. Right, that is the last session of the day done, and I think I mentioned before, like, there's some really lovely people in this championship. Obviously everybody is here to win and do well, but we are really lucky. There's a really lovely group of drivers in this, and just seeing Luke and his mates out there having a proper hack was really nice. I think they've had a right old laugh out there.
Everyone keeps making fun of me that I'm still wearing my race suit, and it's like evening now.
Yeah, it is evening. We've not spoken since practice 4. That looked like fun.
It was well fun.
Go on.
Yeah. Went out, me and Ted at first, working together, just put in like a good lap. We were quick. There was a lot of traffic, but yeah, we bolted on like race set of tyres, and I was like, oh, thank God for that.
Big difference.
Big difference. Yeah, we were on rubbish rubber in session 3, and to put that on, I was like, oh, it's so nice. Went out, hacked her a bit, and then we caught Adam, and Adam wanted to tag along with us.
and I thought, last session of the day, I reckon I can spark a race here. So with Adam was behind me and Ted was behind Adam, and I was like, I know Ted will want to put a move on. So I just started parking it on the apex of corners, like taking third gear corners in fourth, just waiting. And then when it started getting too wide behind, I was like, right, we're going. And then I think for about 5 laps, 6 laps straight, we were just like banging doors and racing each other. It was a bit naughty, but it was really fun. My onboard, we didn't GoPro it, but my V-Box is just me giggling the whole time. Like you can hear, I haven't watched it back, I'm sure you can hear me. But it was
so
really funny.
a good practice day.
Yeah, really good. Really
How are you
fun.
feeling for tomorrow?
High spirits, and yeah, the tyres have put me at ease now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel really, really confident. We'll see what the weather does. So we've not really done any wet practice for a while. Last time we were here in the wet was a long time ago, if at all. Maybe it was just a test day, because last year it was a bit greasy, but not full wet.
Yeah.
So we'll see what comes. If it's dry, we'll be quick. If it's wet, we're typically quick, but everyone else will be as well. So we'll just see what order it ends up in.
Nice. Tim's on the pizzas. What do you got there, mate?
Yeah, here comes the aeroplane, Keith.
Get out.
Open wide on your meat-only diet.
Here's some of Tim's handiwork.
I'm tired.
Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday, you
From
lovely lot.
Donington.
From Donington.
It's just gone 8 o'clock, and early start for us this morning.
Yeah.
Driver briefing at 7:30.
What's going on, guys? Come on. Fun Cup's got their briefing at like 9:30.
Do you remember back in COVID when it was all done online?
Back in COVID, you had the little online briefings.
Why haven't they kept that?
No, it worked.
So what happens at the online briefing?
They basically just like send you, I think you watch a video and then like they have some like stuff attached where it's like, don't crash into each other, here's where we'll be watching track limits, have fun. And then you just do it in your own time, like the night before. But now, as is the norm, you have to wake up at like 2 in the morning, walk down to a room, everyone in there had just woken up, everyone's like, oh, I don't like it.
Toothbrushes still in mouths.
Yeah. And then they're like, hi guys, you know, it's fine. But it's like, it was really early.
It is really early. Right, so today's race day.
Yeah.
So what happens first? Quali?
Qualifying at 10:05.
Yeah.
Set a fast lap. It will be who gets the toe.
Yeah.
Whoever gets the slipstream will be victorious. And then in the race it will just be a big old fight. And that race is at 12:30 today.
Nice. So have you got any strategy for quali?
Yeah, I'll probably go out with Ted.
Yeah.
Just like hard pit on each other's bumper and just push each other around. That'll be enough to put us, you know, in a position where we can win in the race. Anywhere in the top 6, it's going to be such a battle. So. Glad we're not camping this weekend.
Huh?
Glad we're not camping this weekend.
That is noisy,
That's
isn't
too
it?
noisy.
Because what is the toe?
Slipstream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how would you describe that?
It's like a draft.
So how would you describe that?
It's a little bit like, you know, when you play Mario Kart
How would you?
and you follow a cart for a little while, then you get a speed boost.
Right.
It's like that.
So two cars will work faster than one.
If you've got, if you ever put your hand out the window when you're driving at like 70, you get a bunch of air resistance pushes your arm back. That same air is hitting the front of the car at all times, and the car's a lot bigger than your hand, so there's a lot more air hitting it. So if you're driving at like 100 miles an hour, you're basically punching a hole in the air. So if there's a car right behind you sat quite close, that air, instead of hitting them, is actually just going to go over them. So there's less air resistance, you go faster.
Right.
And then if you go faster, you can crash into the back of the car in front, push them along, and then you both go faster.
Nice.
That's what we're going to do.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So you and Ted are going to do that?
Yeah.
Right, let's have some fun.
Some fun.
Oh, it's the
Morning, sports fans.
it's the hardest working member of the AB team.
Well, you know,
How are we?
not too bad, not too bad.
Just picking up Chris's slack again, as per usual. Look at him over there,
Standing around,
standing around.
vaping,
Yeah, just like having a chat.
looking off going to joints.
How are you feeling about this weekend?
Yeah, feeling good.
Nice.
Good spirits all round.
Yeah.
In the morning. Tom's happier this morning.
Nice.
Luke's happy.
Yeah.
Ewan's Ewan. Ted's loving being back in the Mazda, isn't
It's
he?
lovely having him here. It's just nice seeing them all over there just having a chat. Brad's just reminded me of quite a unique fact. So this is Daphne, Luke's current car. This is Shamu, which was Luke's car from last season that he built with Tim. And this is Luke's first race car. So yeah, Luke's driven all three of these. Right, heading up for quali early. It's all like a last minute thing, and we're like, we're going.
It's a big grid, we don't want to be at the back.
No, right, mate. Good luck.
Thank you, mate.
Have lots of fun.
I will.
Have a hack.
I will.
Love you.
I love you.
Bye. There's an app where you can track who's going fastest. In the car there's like a transponder, so it's all very scientific, and this app will let you know who's where. So at the moment Adam Sparrow's in first, Jack Noller's in second, Luke's in third, and so on and so forth, and we have got 12 minutes left. Super tight quali session. Luke finished in P4, so it's Sparrow, Noller, Bradbury and then Luke with 0.2 of a second separating them, because the slipstream around here is so strong. I think anybody in like the top 8 or so can definitely go for the win. So yeah, he's in a really good spot, and I think, as I mentioned before, Luke and Ted Bradbury get on so well. They're going to be side by side, so yeah, good spot. Motor racing is incredibly stressful on all levels. It's very expensive, it's very dangerous, and the highs are incredible and the lows are miserable. So Luke's just qualified P4, which is amazing because it's 0.2 of a second between first and fourth, and all the boys are right on it. However, Luke has been called to the clerks of the course office, which is it's never for like a lovely chat and a catch up. It's always if something has gone wrong. So if Luke's done something not quite right on track, or if someone's put a complaint in about him, or it could be anything. He didn't get any notifications when he was on track, and ordinarily track limits is if you're not sticking entirely to the track and gaining an advantage, so you can get penalised quite rightly for it, but normally that just means your lap is deleted, and that would just happen automatically. So getting called to the clerk of the course office after a quali session is a massive cause of concern for me, and I'm not feeling great. Anyway, Nikki, the team boss, who is like Mama Bear, has gone with Luke, so and she's pretty fierce. So I'm just walking up to loiter by the car to see what the outcome is.
Hello.
Hello.
We've got sexy Brad in the background. Look at him.
How sexy is this man?
Oh,
Yeah.
hello. I've been to the clerk's office.
What's that?
Overtaking under yellow flags. Really unlucky. There was 2 slower cars in front, and they were side by side to a part of the track where there were yellows. So I'm like, oh, it must be like a green part of the circuit. And then going into the next corner, I've seen that it's yellow flag, so I backed right off. But unfortunately, at the apex, because they were going so slow, I slightly pulled in front of the other. I tried to lift off, let them go by. It technically counts as overtaking under yellows. So because of the situation, I didn't get disqualified because it would have been a slam dunk otherwise. But they still feel the need to penalise it somehow. So I've been given a formal reprimand and 2 points on my licence. Now, it doesn't sound that bad. I get to keep 4th in qualifying, but 2 points on your licence, you times how many points you've got by 3, and you take that off your championship score. So I basically just lost 6 points. Because, yeah, I personally think it's really, really harsh, but they made up their mind. It's one of those ones, we can appeal it, but I think I got the vibe that it's not worth it, and I'd rather not have that hanging over me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go out, enjoy it, drive hard, have fun. But yeah, it's a little bit annoying.
Tim Dorr had a blistering quali in what might be one of the most competitive grids of the weekend. P9?
P9.
That's amazing. He went so fast, he's totally broken his car. It's on stands. The hardest working member of AB comes to the rescue.
Again.
What have you broken today, Tim?
Gearbox and a drive shaft.
And it was pretty much before the quali, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, went out and it was rattling.
So we're good.
Nice.
There was a little bit more there to be had,
Nice.
but we're in the top 10. Good run to the first corner.
And your start's a mega.
Dancing, there you go.
Nice.
Well started.
Still drive a broken car.
You can still do it with a broken car. Come on, Lukey! They're coming round. Lukey's in P1 at the moment. Come on, Lukey! have had a challenging afternoon.
We've had a day.
It's been a day. I'm, if you are a regular viewer, you'll know what a tight unit are and what a tight unit we are. And Luke's been busy, mate. And that was a tough old day. The race was fantastic. Like, if you are a neutral,
That's a great advert.
yeah,
Yeah.
like come Mazda racing, it was brilliant. I think getting wrapped up in the chase for a championship is stressful because everyone wants to win it. Everyone thinks they can win it, and a lot of people can win it. So it's getting a bit pinchy. Would you say it's quite right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is like fun. But
fun.
Like,
Sit up. You look like you had an accident.
I have had an accident.
Sit up.
Yeah. I think we summed it up right, which is like if we got out the car from that race and we'd won it, you'd be like, that was the best race ever. But because like it got really scruffy towards the end, and then like there was the incident on the last corner, and then like finished sixth. I didn't even know I finished sixth. I thought I'd finished like 20th because that's what it felt like.
Yeah, and you led for most of the race.
Yeah, and then to get out of the car after that, instead of being that's the best race ever, it was just like every part of me is upset. There is no part of me that is happy right now. And we've said the highs are high and the lows are low. It's mental how like in the extreme lows, it's just like sixth place out of 40
Is mega.
but I need to finish higher to win the championship, and I want to win the championship.
Yeah.
But also it's like it's so hard because in your head you're like just focus on having fun, take it race by race. It's way easier said than done.
Yeah.
And I'm normally really good at like kind of keeping my head in those spaces, but we had the issue with qualifying this morning where, if I'm totally honest, I think I quite unfairly got given some penalty points. But it's neither here nor there now. I mean, it's done with.
But what happened?
But what happens is, so I got 2 penalty points on my license. The way that works in the championship is however many points you got on your license, you times it by 3 and take that off your championship points tally.
Yeah.
And like going into this round, so before I've even gone out in a race, I've gone from being 1 point behind second and 3-4 points off first to being like 10-11 points, and I've not even like turned a wheel in a race. And I'm normally good at kind of keeping my head and kind of getting past it. But like that news was kind of given to me less than 2 hours before a race. I just didn't have time.
It was about an hour before.
It was about an hour before the race. And like I just didn't have time to process it. I've got out of the car. I've had no time to calm down and like kind of get the adrenaline out of my body. I've just been like, oh, P4, that was really hard. We've qualified well. It's going to be a good race. And then to be hit with something, which again, I don't mind saying, I think it was really harsh.
So what happened? Why did you get the penalty points?
It was deemed overtaking under yellow flags, which you're not supposed to do. Yellow flags tell you to slow down, no overtaking because there's an incident. It's fair enough. But in this instance, I'm coming down a hill. I've not seen the first flag because I'm looking in my mirrors because there's 40 cars on track. I'm making sure I've got the right people around me and nothing's going to happen. And obviously coming down the hill, I've got 2 cars in front who are slower, some of the slower drivers on the grid. And there's a lot of cars out there. They're going side by side into the actual bits of yellow. I've not seen a flag yet. All I've seen is 2 cars like going side by side. So as far as I'm concerned, this is standard racing speed, which is your normal thing. And as soon as I've got on the brakes to get into the corner, I've spotted a yellow flag, backed right off, fully slowed down, and pulled out so I've not like hit anyone. And I was told I've slowed sufficiently, but because the cars in front overslowed it, I've slightly gone past the other. I lifted off to try and let him, but he's fully backed out of it, and they deemed it overtaking under a yellow. Now, if it's blatantly overtaken under a yellow, stop me from rambling, but if it's blatantly overtaking under a yellow, you hit with the slam dunk, disqualified from the session. They looked at the footage and said, oh no, we can understand why this has happened. You're not disqualified, but still felt the need to give me penalty points, which if I'm totally honest, I think in the context of watching the onboard, I do think it's incredibly harsh, really harsh. So I've got I'm out of the car, I've done a good job, it was great all through, felt good all through Friday testing, qualified well, and then before I've had a chance for my body to kind of like chill out a little bit and flush everything out of the system, I'm told, by the way, you're now 6 points off in the championship. And I've had to as soon as I got out of the car, the clerk of the course wants to see you.
Yeah, stressful.
Stress. So I've just been stressed all day. Couldn't detox that before the race, and
I just couldn't shake it. So obviously it's not affected my pace, but it affected my decision making. And when it got rough and tumble towards the end, I just made stupid decisions. Like there's parts of the track where the nature of the racing is if you've got a train of cars behind you and you put yourself out of position, that whole train of cars is going to go by. You won't lose one position, you'll lose 4. And I know that, but I was like, even watching my footage back, it was weird. It wasn't like I clearly wasn't thinking straight. And I was in the fight for the lead, and I was in second at the time, or third. And I decided to go to the outside, knowing full well that like the risk I was taking. And I did it 2 laps in a row. And, you know, I got punted off the track, and then I got turned, you know, another one flew into me on the last lap. But I put myself in the position to be screwed over. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I got screwed over and that's unfair, but I put myself in the position where you can let that happen. You can't afford to do that. And it was just like none of that would have happened if we hadn't had what happened this morning.
Being in a good, relaxed mental state before a race is paramount.
Yeah.
And that was taken away from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel really like kind of hard done by.
Yeah. But it's gone now.
Yeah, exactly. So I can go into tomorrow and just be like, well, I've chilled out, and whatever. I'm incredibly frustrated, and I'm really quite sad about what's happened today.
Yeah.
Because I really do feel very, very hard done by.
Yeah.
You know, and even my competitors, like when I explained it, and like they were like, "That's really harsh."
Yeah.
You know, because we don't want to beat each other like that.
No.
And it just feels like that's kind of been stripped off me, and then like that's made that race hard, and it's a shame. You know, and I've still got a great relationship with the boys, and we'll go out tomorrow and have a great hack.
Because that was a great race.
It was a great race, yeah. And like I say, it's like to win a race, you have to screw people over. You have to be a bit nasty, and I don't really like that, but I don't think any of us do. We all want to get along, but it's hard on the track to do that. You do have to put your mates in like bad positions so you can get one up on them.
Yeah.
You know, and they did that to me today because I put myself in a position where they had the opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
You know, and if the roles are reversed, I'd do the exact same. But I think it's the decision to put myself in that position, you know, would have been made differently if I had a bit more of a clear mind. But
like tomorrow.
Yeah. So like I say, I'm frustrated by today, and you know, I'm upset about it. But I can go in tomorrow. Like, yeah, yesterday was really annoying, but I've been to sleep. I'm ready to go out and have a laugh. Whatever the weather brings, we'll have fun, and I can actually go out and race how I want to race.
Yeah, because your pace was rapid.
Oh yeah, the pace was fine.
Yeah.
You know, we could have easily won that race. Like Jack won the race. Adam could have easily won it. Tom could have easily won it. You know, anyone in that battle, you know, we could have done it. Just came down to the decision making.
Yeah.
I felt like I was at a disadvantage, but.
Right, the weather outside's horrible.
Oh, it was wet.
And we are back at the Premier Inn.
Yes.
I'm so glad we're not camping.
Yes. We've got this right.
We're going to meet up with some lovelies for some dinner.
Yeah.
And we'll see these lovely people tomorrow.
Which lovely? You lovely lot.
Yeah, you lovely lot.
Lovely lot.
Happy Sunday from a very wet Donington Premier Inn at Ashby de la Zouch. So what was the weather like last night? We've seen pictures, like we have like a WhatsApp group with the race team.
Florida rain.
All night,
yeah, and it because it came out of nowhere. I remember we were sat on like one of the trailers from like the guys next door in the paddock, just chilling out, and then like we started seeing like this big grey cloud loom over like in the distance, and then about like 40 seconds later, everything was grey, and then it just chucked it down.
Thunder, lightning.
Yeah, like big boy thunder, big boy lightning, and then we had to ratchet strap all of the awning to the cars so it didn't blow away. And then there was just rivers of water running down the paddock. And from what I've been told, there's rivers of water running down the racetrack. But
they're out testing at the moment.
Yeah, they've delayed some stuff throughout the day. There was a strong chance. It could still happen that they could cancel the day because it is that wet apparently. But
we don't want that.
We don't want that.
What do we want?
We want wet. We want to go racing. So hopefully it's safe enough and good enough for us to go racing. But the racing hasn't started yet. There's been a couple of qualifying sessions, I think, or at least there's been a practice. Clubman's go out in 5 minutes, but for their qualifying session, they've got 2 laps behind the safety car first. Cause it's one of those. I think with the 40 car grid, there's going to be a lot of spray. So hopefully we can go racing because it'll be awesome. But there's going to be some there'll be some safety cars and red flags, I'm sure.
Yeah. How you feeling?
Yeah, I feel good. I feel a lot better today.
Yesterday was just...
Yesterday just felt weird. Like,
Dude.
before we'd even got in the car, it was a bit like, something feels weird.
Yeah. But today feels different.
Yeah, it does. And I'm looking forward to, like, when it kind of dawned on me that today might get cancelled because of the weather, I was like, oh, no, please don't be cancelled. And then that was kind of like confirmed to me. I was like, oh no, I definitely want to go racing today.
Yeah.
You know, and go and do well. So that was good. So yeah, I'm feeling refreshed. I feel like I had a good sleep.
Yeah. So we're here, and I've dropped Luke off at the awning, which is straight ahead. It is coming up for 11:15, and we're going to be out at just before 1 o'clock. But it's never a great sign when you come to check in and the guy taking tickets is just like, you must be mad. It is hooning it down. Luke's highly motivated. He does well in the wet, and lots of people don't. So yeah, he is really, really good in the wet. He's super happy. So I'm super happy. It is riskier in the wet. So, you know, if he would say, oh, I don't want to do this, I'm like, yeah, totally. But he's just like, no, this is great. So yeah, it's it was a bit of a blow yesterday. I think that penalty was harsh, and that really sort of rocked him a bit for the race. So that was, yeah, yesterday was really weird. It felt really off. But I think this championship is going to come down to a lot of luck. If you think there are 303 points available each weekend, and I think now the top 4 are within like a 20-point window there or thereabouts. It's all up for grabs. It's all up for grabs. So, for example, if Tom had Tom Langford, super lovely, and has been leading this championship all the way through, if he missed a few rounds, so if he had a DNF, which is did not finish, that would put him potentially like close to 100 points out of it just on one race. So, and that's the same for all the other drivers. Yeah, so it's really difficult. I think this weekend, I think the next 2 races will be pivotal in the championship and how we head on to Brands. So because we had a lot of disappointment yesterday, these conditions are really, really good for us because we are charging hard. And Luke's pace yesterday was great, but he did make 2 little mistakes, and he got punished for them. And that's going to happen. So yeah, it wasn't as if the car wasn't performing. It wasn't if he wasn't fast, because he led the race for the majority of the race. He put the car in the wrong spot on 2 occasions and got punished for it. Other times you wouldn't get as punished for it, but the top 5 or 6 in that race yesterday were just on it. So yeah, that's where we're at. It's going to be wet. We're out in about an hour. I'm going to sit in here as well for a little bit and stay in the dry. So, Donny, who's excited for no racing?
No one.
No one.
What's happened?
It's been cancelled.
Cancelled. It's terrible.
Yeah, I kind of get why it's been cancelled.
I don't. Only 7 people have broken their legs this morning. That's what the fuss is about.
They're all being a bit soft.
Just so you know, no one has broken. That was a lie.
That was a lie.
But it is the whole weekend. I didn't like the phrase they used. Did you hear it's been abandoned?
It's been abandoned. It's probably the right decision, but it's not the fun decision.
Yeah. So no racing. No. So we're going home. What are you smirking about?
This weekend could not have gone worse points-wise, could it?
No, but this weekend could have gone worse.
Actually, for all of us that wanted to do well, Ted's at the back. I got binned.
I just drove like an idiot after getting a penalty in quali.
Yeah. This is a weekend to forget.
This is a ragtag bunch of guys ready to make up for lost time at Brands.
Yeah, and if no one else can help and you can find them, maybe you can hire Luke and Tim. Pretty sad atmosphere here at Donington Park. Packing up. I don't know what time it is. It is 12:30. So at least we're going to get home early. But yeah, gutted we weren't racing. It kind of looks like we could have been now, maybe. I don't know. I'm not seeing the track. I think there's plenty of water on it. But yeah, time to pack up. Donington done.
Donington done.
Who'd have thought it?
I know.
How are you feeling?
Hurt,
Yeah,
but I'm at peace with the weekend.
yeah,
Sucks, can't change it. Perseverance.
Yeah.
What happens, you know, at Brands Hatch, what happens there happens. We'll just go out and have a hack,
Yeah.
enjoy it. Just try and do myself some justice there.
Brands Hatch.
The Hatch.
The Hatch.
The Hatch.
And it's a really spectacular weekend as well because it's the Ford Festival there as well.
Formula Ford Festival. Lots of people coming. It's going to be really good.
It is going to be good. And we had some lovely people with us this
We
weekend as
did.
well. Met some new people as
Yeah.
well. That was nice.
Thank you, new people.
Yeah, yeah, it was just a weird one.
It's really tough.
Yeah, really, really tough. It is Friday, the 18th of October, and you are joining us for the final
Masters
round
Racing.
of the BRSCC Mazda MX-5 Championship. And where are we?
We're at sunny Brands Hatch, or as I call it, the Hatch.
All the cool kids
All
call
the
it.
cool kids
Call it the Hatch.
call it the Hatch.
So today's test day. We're late to the game with the old vlog party.
We were so wrapped up, setting blistering times today. We simply forgot to turn the camera on.
We've had 3 sessions today. How have those sessions been?
It's been different.
They've been good, haven't they?
They've been absolutely fabulous. We're very fast, having a nice time. It's dry today. We think it's going to be wet throughout the weekend.
Yeah,
So how useful today is, who knows? But I think it's useful.
I think it's
We've
useful.
established dominance,
you're currently the fastest man on track.
obviously.
Who's the second fastest man on track?
None other than Mr. Tim Dorr. Tim is rapid.
He's rapid.
Yeah. Nothing makes me happier than seeing Tim go fast.
It's like the greatest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's getting a podium this weekend. I cannot wait.
So in the past, there are a couple of things that make you super happy. You know, Tim doing well, your teammates doing well, winning races.
Yeah.
But what can Ali sometimes give that's even better than winning a race?
You ever heard of a thumbs up?
Can
Really? That's not how it went down though. Picture this, you're coming down the back straight, down Brands, you've just done a few nice laps. And out of nowhere, Mr. Ali Bray leans across out of the pit wall and goes,
that's like that's better than, is that better than winning a championship?
better than many things.
It's awesome, isn't it?
It is. It's sublime.
So we've had a good day of testing. We've got one more session to do.
Yeah.
What's happening with the championship?
It is tight. So I can't. Me and Adam were chatting last night. I don't think either of us can recall a time where it's been a 4-way battle. Like not just mathematically, but realistically, any 4 of us could win it this weekend.
It's mad.
Yeah, it's mad. There's 13 points separating all 4 of us, and there's 3 races to do something about it. Let's go.
Let's go. So yeah, it's all to play for.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I'm quite happy because I'm the one that's 13 points off. So pressure's off for me, really. You know, I've got nothing to lose, so I'm just going to go out, enjoy it, do my thing, and you know, worst case scenario, it's not on for me. Pushed him to a win, but I'm just going to go out and enjoy it, see what comes to us. You know, a lot can happen in 3 races.
A lot can happen in 3 races.
A lot can happen in 1 race. So yeah, I'm just feeling really, really good this weekend.
This weekend feels great already.
Feels great. Way better than Donington.
I don't want to talk about Donington.
No, this just feels like, I don't know. I just feel like there's a really positive energy. And
Yeah.
kind of riding that wave. So let's just hope it sticks around for the next 2 days.
And Daphne, your wonderful steed, how's she performing?
She's looking after me. Yeah, we're absolutely flying. We've bolted on, I think, a new set of pads because they were dead, and a new wheel bearing because I killed that as well. And despite all that, we were still quickest. So I'm interested to see how she runs now. But I'll probably end up spending a chunk of this session just bedding in the pads for a weekend of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, let's have it.
Let's have it.
Right, last session of the day. Here they go. There's Lukey boy. What a beautiful day.
Soggy and moist, as all things should be.
It's going to be a wet quali then.
Wet quali, so that'll shake things up a little bit. Mind you, he was pacing the dry, looked like it was going to shake stuff up a bit as well, so no, it could be a fun weekend.
Right, let's do it. Let's have it. We got some greasy conditions. Well, no, these are wet conditions. Tim, you ran really well yesterday.
I did all right.
What do you think of the wet stuff?
I think it's good.
You do, don't you?
Send it.
So what's the plan for today?
Keep sending it.
Keep sending it. What's your predictions? Because you were...
I'm shit at predictions, so I'm not doing predictions.
So what's
And
the plan?
anytime I predict, I'm wrong. So I'm just sending it.
But you do like the wet stuff.
I do like that. It'll be good fun.
It's going to be good fun. Mr. Pullen, how are you feeling?
I feel good.
Nice. You've had your driver briefing. What goes down in the driver briefing?
More than I realised, apparently. They said that we're all going to have a lovely time. They said don't crash into each other, and track limits will be monitored at turns 1, 2 and 3.
Nice. What are track limits?
It's where you go off the track and gain an advantage.
And you're not allowed to do that, really,
Not
are you?
allowed to do that. So they've got little pressure sensors around here, so they know when you've done it as well. So
Right.
better than judge a fact,
Like a
though.
colouring book, you've got to stay in the lines.
Is it?
You've got to stay on the black bit.
I'm a very creative person. I like to paint a canvas on the track, you know?
Yeah, colour's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
So as a team, we run in 3 championships. So we've got the Mark 1 Championship, which Luke, Tim and lovely Ewan are in. And then we run Ollie, who's in the Mark 3 Championship, the Super Cups. And also we run the legend that is Paul Bateman and the lovely Pete Williams. And they run in the Clubman Championship, which is kind of like a one-day championship. Well, it runs over the full season, but it just operates on one day. Slightly shorter races, and only 2 races as well. And they're out qualifying at the moment, so they're whizzing about. But Paul Bateman, who is the nicest guy, is in the lead in the championship at the moment. I know it would mean a lot to him to take this championship. So they're out at the moment qualifying. Luke and Tim are paying particular interest to seeing who are the quicker guys on quali and what lines they're taking on the track. So they're just trying to find out what the quickest line is. So yeah, it's all quite important because their session will be, I think it'll be slightly drier than this, but it's still going to be properly wet. Hello, mate.
I can't put my arms down.
I can't move my arms. Right, you're out for quali pretty soon. How are you feeling today?
I feel a bit under the weather. I woke up, just feel a bit but
this is it.
this is it.
We're
here.
Yeah, this is. We're still within. We've still got a big shot in this.
I think we're gonna win it.
I think we're going to win it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think you have to go in with that mindset, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, all 4 of us think we're gonna win it.
But we really know.
Yeah, we're actually gonna do it.
Yeah.
Not those losers. So yeah, I was just looking forward to going out there and having fun.
So what's your strategy for quali?
My strategy is going to be the same as what's always worked for me, which is go fast, have fun, maybe do a skid.
Nice. Good luck, mate.
Cheers, man.
Here we go. Heading out for quali. Let's have it, mate.
Let's have it. Ooh, it's the championship fight. What's going to happen?
Who knows?
No one knows.
Go on, Lukey. Here we go. Here's our quali session. Right, we are P8. He is not going to be happy with that. It looks like the session at the beginning was its quickest, and there were 30 cars out on a pretty short circuit. It's about a minute a lap round here in these. Well, it's a short circuit, so he would have been. He struggled to get his first lap in. And then couldn't improve, and the track was getting slower and slower. Towards the end, his pace, his consistent pace, was consistent with all the other runners. But yeah, P8 is not great. He's not going to be happy. Hopefully everything's all right with the car. We can do some damage from there. Racing's very different to quali. So I'm going to go and find him, see how he's getting on. Oh, we find ourselves in the nature reserve.
We're Narnia.
Hello, mate.
Hi, mate.
Quali done.
Quali done. Yeah. But P8. Yeah, it was wet. We normally like the wet. We know we're quick round here in the wet. We've got podiums before.
In the wet.
In the wet.
But I think we may have got the tyres or something on the setup wrong, because I was on the right line. I felt I was doing the right stuff, and the other cars that were like on the money were doing the same line as me, but I just couldn't get on the power. I couldn't make my car do what theirs was doing in the same spots. So I don't think I could have gone any faster.
Yeah.
And it's always annoying because like I like to back myself in the wet. I have a bit of a reputation for being in the wet, and then like I've got people coming past. I'm like, oh my god, what's happened? Have I forgotten? But I think we got the most out of the car that we could. It was just wasn't the right setup. But it's drying up for later today. I think also if it does get wet again, we'll know what to do.
Yeah.
So we're starting 8th, and because of those conditions, there's it's an interesting top 10. There's some names in places where you wouldn't normally expect.
There's some people out of position a little bit.
Yeah, but credit to them, you still got to drive it there.
Yeah.
And, you know, nil P2, like that's unreal. Like it took me ages to get like qualifying that high up. So no, he's done really well. But I think come the dry, you know, we know what everyone's pace was on yesterday. Yesterday's testing in the dry, and we know we're on the money. So I think it's going to be a very entertaining race, not only to watch but be a part of. So
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
it's just going to be very exciting.
Right, good luck.
Thank you.
Everyone's getting their cars sorted. Temperature and checks and air pressure checks in the tyres. How are you feeling, mate?
Feel great.
Ready? What's the plan?
Go fast, have fun,
Yeah.
and do many great things.
Good luck, mate. Love you. How you feeling?
Nervous.
Bit nervy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like quali and I don't like the first race.
Yeah.
Once they're over, you kind of know the lie of the land and you know what's going on. But up until then, there's too many uncertainties, which does not. I don't do well with that.
It's a bit stressful. Leon, how you feeling?
A bit nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not been sort of this important, but also being this far back at the same time. So I'm interested to see what you can do, but I know P1's on the cards.
P1's on the cards. Phil, how you feeling?
Yeah, a little. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine. I am really nervous. We had excellent pace in the dry yesterday. We're going out on the same as we went out on yesterday, sort of setup wise and tyre wise. So he should be rapid. He's starting in P8. I think he needs to be good. I think this is going to be a really exciting race, and I think he's going to win. Let's have it, boys.
The top two, though, having now pulled away. I think there has been, I'm afraid, a secondary collision up at Clearways. Yes, there has. And this is going to be, at the very least, a safety car. Maybe a red flag. We'll have to wait and see. But Langford, Sparrow pulling 3 of the title contenders. Scott running 1, 2, 3.
Yep, and that's kind of where they want to be to make that happen. The only one that's kind of out of position is Jack Noller, back in 8th place, just behind Chris Dawkins, who's getting his double dose this weekend. And as you unfortunately predicted, it is a red flag. But with cars in the middle of the road, essentially the clerk of the course really has no choice but to do that, which means we go again. We reset and we go once more. Now, they had completed 2 laps. They were on lap 3. So usually that means if they complete no more than 2 laps, they revert to the original grid, if I'm correct.
Yes.
If it's more than 2 laps they complete, then they have to go back to the order they were when they crossed the line at the end of lap 3. So ultimately, we're going to go back to the original grid positions. What it does mean is Thomas Lamford gets back on the pole position, Adam Sparrow has to start back in 3rd place, and frustratingly for both Luke Pullen and Jack Noller, all that hard work in the first 2 laps, gone. They're going to have to restart from 8th place for Luke Pullen, and unfortunately 16th for Jack Noller.
Are we not going off when we crossed the line on the last lap?
No, it was back 1 lap before.
Okay.
Lap before.
I got up to 3rd. Say. Alright, I'll do it again.
That was just a practice. How are you doing?
It went really well. I was happy for that to be the final.
How they did not all end up in a heap at Paddock Hill Bend, I do not know. Pullen does now break through into 3rd position, but Luke Pullen is up for the fight today, isn't he? 8th on the grid, remember, 3rd as they drop down into Graham Hill Bend now, and Stephen Bartlett, I think, sensibly just getting out of this fight amongst the championship leaders.
So we've got about 2 minutes left. That's Luke coming down the hill. He's got a really good lead.
Out of Clark for the final time. He's drifting his way through, maybe a bit prematurely in celebration, but Luke Pullen at least boosting his chances for the championship, or at least the top.
How's that?
That was difficult to watch, but oh my god! That went on to
Yes! Yes! Oh.
Well, mate, good race.
that's the first one down. He's on. He just drove so good. There was a safety car. They had to restart the race, so he'd managed to get himself up into P3, and then they started again. But because they hadn't completed enough laps when they restarted, he had to go back to his original position. So overall, he went from P8 to P1. Adam came in second. Tom came in third. So if it were to finish like that over the whole weekend, Luke still wouldn't win the championship. So he needs to win the next 2 races, and for Tom and Adam to finish further back, which is it's kind of a difficult thing to swallow because they're people that you really, really like. But Luke's had such rotten luck. So he's doing everything that he needs to do. He's winning races. So let's have some more of that. Whee! Whee! There's nowhere to park. Where'd you get that hat from?
My son won it for me.
How was that?
That was so euphoric at the end. The first few laps we had to race really hard to get in front were really tough to watch but exciting. And then it was just way too long with him in the lead, and I just wanted him to throw the checkered flag.
Stop it!
So he could
Stop
stressing, because although it looked like really good and he had a great lead, anything could happen. There were back markers to contend with, and they were spinning and causing problems. So I was just like, he just needs to get to the end. So it was amazing.
Well done, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Sometimes I'm not sure if I like racing, and then a bit later on, I know exactly that I love racing.
Yeah.
But like this morning, I was just like
4 years, and it's like
Phew.
it's a very toxic relationship.
It's disgusting.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I love racing.
I love it.
Yeah, but it's like
Hate racing.
hate racing. Talk me through it. How was it?
That was awesome. It was very eventful. See, there was a red flag early on, so we had some opening laps, and then there was a bit of an incident.
You did really well, by the way, on the opening laps.
I know.
Up to third.
So I felt great, and then we had to restart it, and I dropped back down to 8th, and I was like, I don't know if I can do that again without being fired off.
It was pretty fighty out there.
It was pretty rough and ready, so
Yeah.
I just sort of tried to give as good as I got, and
yeah.
Carl's come back with a couple new scars, but also came back with a first place hat and some champagne.
Whew.
But yeah, that was a proper battle for a good half of the race, and then just managed to break the toe slightly, I think, whilst Adam and Tom were battling. I don't know if Tom missed a gear and dropped back again, but then it just meant I had Adam behind me, and by that point, because they'd been side by side a bit, I just was on the cusp of breaking the toe, but it wouldn't have given him a lot, and I was just like, these tyres feel good, I've got a rhythm, and I just sort of got my head down, and probably only found a tenth or two over Adam per lap, but it was enough to build a bit of a buffer, because towards the end someone spilt radiator fluid all over the track, and that was a bit of a surprise when I'm just doing my thing and I turn into a corner and the car tries to eat me, and I was like, oh, that's not good. So I reined it in a little bit.
That'd have been bad with such a lead just to bin it all on your own.
No, I know. Well, it was on oil, but I was just a bit like, oh god. So I was very grateful I'd built up a gap to Adam, because it just allowed me to be extra cautious on the last 3 laps. Yeah, it was like a hero's return. I've forgotten how many people we've got here this weekend.
Also, we've had lots of lovely. A few lovely lot have turned up, and it's been amazing.
Well, that's what I mean. Thank you to all the lovely lots that. Lovely lots.
We've had 20 or 30 lovely people that we've never met before, and they're all lovely.
And it's winding everyone else up. I'm like a celebrity here, so keep doing it. Gets in the reds, you know. It was lovely. I came back in, there was cheers, and
we're in the stands as well.
Really?
Yeah, it was amazing.
So yeah, it's good. Thank you guys for making me feel special. Glad we could put on a show. So we've got 2 more races tomorrow. God knows how they're going to go, but we'll just give it our best shot, and in less than 24 hours we're going to know who's won the championship. Could be us, could be Tom, could still be Jack, could be Adam. But to be honest, if I can come out of those 2 races just feeling like I feel after that one, then job done.
You're the winner.
It's been a great season.
Has been a great season.
But I do want to win it.
I want you to win it too.
So forget what I just said.
It's coming up for 6 o'clock, and this is probably going to be the last track walk of the year. So as I've mentioned before in previous vlogs, one of the cool things about coming to these race meetings is after all the all the action's happened, you can have a walk around the track. And we've got some lovely friends with us today that have never done it before. And if you haven't done it before, it's quite an eye-opener just to see how steep it is and like how wide it is and what the curves feel like. So yeah, it's a really lovely opportunity to so it's a really lovely opportunity. These boys over here are looking for parts. So it's just a really lovely opportunity to have a wander around the track. It's Sunday.
It's Sunday.
There's a man who looks like he won a race confidently yesterday.
I'm confident race winner Luke. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm under the weather and ready to win some more races.
That's what I like to hear.
We love to hear it. We love to see it.
We had a nice evening, went out for a bit of dinner last night, and we've been staying at the Premier Inn. What do you think of this Premier Inn?
It's been really good.
Really good?
Yeah, it's had a refurb, so it's all nice and brand new sort of carpets and everything. But the service has been really good. They've been very pleasant.
Kirsten.
Yeah.
She's...
Kirsten's been great.
We got this nice little handwritten thing, didn't we, in the room? So they're making effort, which is really nice.
Really nice. So this, so Luke had that bed, Tracy and I had that bed, and there's another bed underneath. Nice new bathroom. Oi oi. And yeah, really good. And this room was £60 a night. We've had it for 3 nights.
Very good. There's a lot of room in here. It's a spacious
It's
place.
spacious. Lots of USB points. Yeah. So it's 10:30. Your first race is at 12 something.
Yeah, 12:40 I think. Or thereabouts.
It's going to be a bit slippy and slidey out there.
It'll be moist and slidey. We really struggled in these conditions yesterday in qualifying, which is uncharacteristic for us. But we just think we may have got a couple of things wrong setup wise, because we seem to be on the right line that the pole boys were. So yeah, hopefully we can get that sorted for today and just go for it. But it's one of those ones where like normally I'm excited for the wet, and like I am, but it's a bit like I won't know until I turn the wheel like hard into turn 1. I'm like, we've got it right, you know. So
yeah,
we'll have to wait and see because we know what we're like in the dry. We saw it yesterday, so yeah. But I'm excited. It's a big day.
Yeah, it's going to be a big day. Right, let's get to the track. This feels like one of those reality videos, you know, when people say, like, oh, when people hear that I race cars, and there's like you tearing around,
yeah,
and then this is the reality.
This is the majority of it.
Yeah, wet, soggy racetracks. Tracy.
Hello.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling nervous as usual. I'm just more worried it's going to be so grim standing on the grandstand in this weather for 20 minutes.
I'm feeling kind of chilled. Not chilled, but I'm feeling kind of okay.
Yeah, he's in a good place. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Right, so they're out on their warm-up laps. They've had 2 laps to go round. Luke went out quite fast, which I'm pleased about. So I'm hoping he's trying to find the wet line and see where the grip is. Now they're lining up, ready to go. very difficult race, very wet, very slippy. We got P4 in the end. So coming into this weekend, it was a bit of a long shot to win this championship. It's not been an easy season. This championship isn't easy, and we didn't get the car dialed in properly until about mid-season, but we did come into this weekend hoping to win the championship, and I don't think we can now, and that's just dawned. On Luke. Yeah, just didn't have any grip. So yeah, I think he's really, really gutted, because this means so much to all of the drivers. Tom won, and you know, amazing. Like, he was rapid out there in the wet. We just didn't have any grip. And Adam ran really well, and Jack Noller got P3. Luke just had to try and deliver a masterclass in defending. He got collected by a back marker. The back marker has already been up to apologise, so Luke probably could have held on to P3 if that hadn't have happened, but you know, that's motorsport. So yeah, he's really he's a bit down. So yeah, it's been that was tough. That was really tough. I'm not going for Netflix this time. I'm going
for Epcot World Showcase.
or
by the bin.
This would be the bleakest Epcot.
What we're going to try today around the world, we're in the Japan Pavilion. We've got noodles, rice noodles. I actually don't think this is Japanese. This might be Thai.
And we're eating by the bins, and very good defending out there, mate.
I try.
Yeah.
I didn't have the pace to attack, so I thought I'd try and defend quite well.
Did that feel like quali?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
I just didn't have any traction out there. I mean, don't get me wrong, the conditions were really hard, but you know, we back ourselves in those normally, and again, I find myself on the same line as the cars around me. I just can't do what they're doing. Like, my car, I couldn't keep the rear settled on power. It was mainly it. It was just rear end. I just didn't have it. I couldn't trust it. You know, it was yucky.
It was yucky.
I couldn't keep up with Tom or Adam in the lead, but I had third. I had Noller behind me, whose engine is fine, by the way. Like, they changed the engine. He's totally fine. He can tow up to me and pass me if he likes. And my engine's good. But yeah, like, we were having a really good little battle, and I was defending. Someone just hit me in the head. You know, we were having a really good battle. We were defending. I was defending. He was attacking, and we were dicing around. And I was keeping him at bay. And then we caught a back marker, one of the lapped cars, and they just kind of parked it on the ideal line and did about 10 mile an hour, spun. And then I had to get on the brakes, so I didn't write my car off. And then I've watched Jack and another of his teammates go by. And I thought, oh, there goes all that hard work. Caught back up. And then just as I was about to challenge Jack again, they waved the checkered flag 5 minutes early for no reason. So thanks. You know, so I'm fine. But here's the thing: if I'd got third, it wouldn't have mattered because of where Adam's finished. Like, he will have, like, provisionally, like, he's won the. I can't win the championship.
Yeah.
Right. But I would have liked my third. I worked hard for my third.
Yeah.
So it just didn't come off. We know what racing's like, but that felt like a tough pill to swallow, just because I didn't really have the pace, or I didn't really feel like I had the car underneath me, which I've had all season, you know. The car has been underneath me all season. This is just, for whatever reason, it's weird. And I just felt like I drove as much as I could to keep a third place, and then just kind of got it snatched off me.
Yeah.
And when I started fighting back, it was just like, nah, you can have fourth, mate.
Like, thanks a bunch.
Thanks. I wanted to chat to Richard and, you know, and do an interview and talk about how brilliant I am, but I can't now, so I just have to say it to you, which is also lovely. But yeah.
Well, starting in
maybe I'm just grumpy because of my cold.
Yeah, you're very ill.
I'm very ill.
Starting in P4.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a look at some footage with Ali. Do some setup.
Also, considering the conditions, P4 is like a really nice place to start.
Yeah.
Because I started on the inside, and it's a gradient round here, and in the wet, you just light up the rears. And I lit up the rears, and then watched everyone go by before nearly being deposited in the barrier. But we won't get into that. Yeah.
Well done, mate.
Thanks, man.
Right, one last hurrah. How are you feeling?
I feel cold. I feel ill. But it's been
one hell of a year racing Mazdas.
It has been one hell of a year.
And so it'll be very nice to cap it off with a win. We'll see what happens. We're on different rubber this time. We're just going to try every single piece of rubber until we can guarantee that it's not that. But we'll see. I think can't be less grippy than what we've had so far.
Yeah, it's dried out there a little bit as well.
Has it? That'll be good. That'll help.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel the same as I felt all weekend. Before all the races, I've just felt very sort of like no consequence in terms of I'm going to go as fast as I can, get the best result I can.
Yeah.
And if that's not enough, then it's not enough.
Yeah.
And, you know, we can go into this race knowing that it won't be enough, but we can still go out, go fast and have fun.
Yeah.
And that's why we do this.
Good Luke! Hooray! So it's all coming down to the last race for the championship. So it's going to be between Sexy Tom Langford and lovely Adam Sparrow, and this literally is coming down to the last race, which is mad. The whole season is going to come down to this. Luke is currently in third and needs to stay ahead of Jack Noller for third. So that'd be a really good result now. He's in a good spot. We've got some new rubber on. And we're all going to head up. And lots of you lovely lot are here with us this time as well. So we've got like a really lovely following. So it's been awesome. So one last hack.
One last hurrah.
Yeah, I know. Right.
I just want to get it over with, know what's going on, and not be so cold and wet.
Right, let's go.
Let's go.
Already shown at the front, Thomas Langford's on pole position. Adam Sparrow is alongside him, then Jack Noller and Luke Pullen on the second row of the grid. The lights go out, Langford gets a good start. Adam Sparrow's with the wheels moving.
Come on, Luke. Go on, Luke. Go on, Lukey. Right, P2. Hey! Well done, everybody! Yay! And also, it was the wonderful AB Motorsport 1, 2, 3. Thomas Langford in first, Luke in second, and Ewan in third. Right, let's get in the drive. Hey!
Yeah, second in the race, third in the champ.
Mega!
Whoa!
We get a trophy award tonight.
Hey! How was that?
That was good. Yeah, so again, as it got wetter towards the end, and it fell off again. But when it was greasy, it was lightning. Like,
yeah.
Opening a few laps in the grease, it was like we're the quickest car out here. And then when it got wet, it just kind of gave up a little bit. But to be honest, like, congratulations to Tom, but I'm just gutted for Adam.
Ah.
I don't know exactly what it was. They reckon it was a brake issue that caused his car to snap. I don't know the ins and outs of it, but that's not how the championship should have gone. Don't like decided. Giving him a bit of a hug, but he's pretty upset.
Yeah.
I just saw him come down.
Anyway, AB 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Ewan gave me some grief towards the end.
Yeah, I bet.
I had to work so hard to keep him behind me.
You went full Aidan Hills today.
I know. Oh, high praise indeed.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Right, let's go and get a warm drink.
I need a bath.
Right, Netflix style, onto the truck.
I think in the Netflix series they always say Netflix style before they do a shot as well.
Yeah, like Gangnam style.
Yeah.
Hello, mate.
Hello.
That is the season done.
That's the season done.
How'd you feel with today?
Strange.
Strange, right? Brands Hatch is strange.
It's strange. We know it's strange because over the years you can watch the vlogs back. Sometimes we come here expecting big things and then we're like, we tested here and the track feels completely different. And the track always does something different. It's weird. We came in with this weekend having given ourselves a bit of an uphill climb after Donny.
Yep.
But that kind of allowed us to not stress too much about this weekend, which I am kind of grateful for. We could come in with the shot of winning the championship, but kind of an outside chance and be like, look, we'll go run our race and have fun, which meant I've been pretty chill the whole weekend. And we didn't win it. but it wasn't because of anything we did this weekend. It's a really tight championship, and small margins have got us to where we are. It's a four-way battle down to the very last round here, and any four of us deserve to win the championship. Congratulations to Sexy Tom for winning the championship. I don't know if I'm second or third. Obviously, there's scrutiny in the cars, and I don't know what technicalities are going on. But either way, we've had a very good hack, and this weekend I don't think we put a foot wrong.
So, over the top three, do you know what the point spread is between first and third? There's 10 points.
Is it 10 points?
Yeah. So, and how many points would Tom have had? 1,300 and...
Yeah, I'll be 1,600 or...
So if you think to be when you're talking those...
We'll be in the 2000s.
In the 2000s, to be separated by 10 points, that just shows how tough and how close this championship has been.
Yeah, it's been a real test for all of us. Yeah. And was that Chris?
It was Chris.
I love Chris. Yeah, and it's the camaraderie of the Mazda paddock. We're all in the trenches together. We all have a very strong respect for each other, because I think we go out and we know how tight it is. So, yeah, it's tight.
That's tight, right?
Tight.
So we're just waiting for the car to come back, and yeah, then we'll say our goodbyes.
Yeah, I've had a lovely weekend.
It's been good, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been weird though. Like, race qualifying, Friday testing was lovely.
Yeah.
And then qualifying was like, ugh. And then race 1 was brilliant. And then race 2 was like, ah. And then that last race was like, huh.
Yeah.
That's my weekend. There's been lots of hugs. A lot of you lovely lot have been here as well. We've had friends around, sponsors, and we're with the team and all of our friends around the paddock. We're very blessed and lucky. Well, I sound like Lewis Hamilton. I'm so blessed, but I do.
I'm really proud of you, mate. Like, this has been a really good year.
Yeah. Oh, I kind of want to come back and win it next year. We don't know what's going to happen next year yet, but I want to win this championship so bad. So bad.
We'll see what happens, and the cars are on their way back, and then we'll say our proper goodbyes.
Yeah.
This is sad.
All the cars being loaded on.
Yeah, all the cars being loaded on. Have you had a nice day?
I have, yes. It ended better than it started.
It did, didn't it?
I'm very wet. I'm drying out a little bit now.
Have you enjoyed the season?
I have. It's been so lovely to see him do so much better year on year, and this season has been a storming season for him. He's done so well. So proud. Yeah, didn't quite get to the top of the championship, but P3.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
Right. It's that time to thank all of our lovely sponsors and supporters, because we wouldn't have been able to do this season.
We cannot do this without the help of our sponsors.
And how nice has it been having the supporters club?
The supporters club's been amazing as well. So thank you everyone for getting involved. It really I really do struggle to put into words how meaningful it is just having your support just by watching these. Getting involved in the supporters club as well has been really, really helpful, and of course our sponsors as well. But yeah, just by being invested in us, you help make us do this.
So we had Mark's driver training with us this weekend. Mark and Sarah are two of the nicest people, and if you need some driving instruction in the Wolverhampton area, they are your people. Look, we had Andrew from Comedy Kerfuffle and his dad with us this weekend.
We had lovely Andrew here.
He was great. They had a lovely time.
Yeah, he told me that the McDonald's bought the McRib back, so we're having that on the way home.
Danny and Tilly from Designer Fireplaces have been with us all weekend and are with us all the time. And if you need a fireplace or a media wall, they are your people. And we got the lovely Q-Tech. If you need any electrical testing equipment, Q-Tech are your people. A&W Furniture, Bex and the gang there. If you need any of your restaurants reupholstered, or your airports, or you just need some quality furniture, go and check out A&W Furniture. Tiato, look, how good are the boys at Tiato?
Tiato are the reason this car looks so sexy.
And she does look sexy.
She does look sexy.
So if you need any printing done in the Wiltshire area, or anywhere actually, they've got some big customers, go and check out Tiato. 3PL Electronics, if you need any electrical semiconductors or any of that sort of bits and pieces, go and check out Vanessa. She will hook you up. Yachtmayer, if you have got a boat and you need a flash boat to take you to your big boat, Yachtmayer can hook you up. Go and check them out. Precision Rehab. if you need any wheelchair or mobility bits and pieces, go and check out Matt and the team. They are absolutely fantastic and have supported us for the longest time. Racing Pride. Who are Racing Pride, Luke?
Racing Pride are an organisation that promotes inclusivity and community for LGBTQ+ people within both the motor industry and the motorsport industry. And I am an ambassador for them.
It's Ambassador Luke.
I'm Ambassador Luke. I bet you're not an ambassador, loser. I am. So check it out, guys, because it helps make a safe space.
And Howard BMW specialist. I love these guys.
I love these guys.
They came to Donington and they're super nice.
Lovely Andrew, Howard and the gang.
So if you need any BMW work done in the Cornwall area, go and check them out.
Go see them.
Specialist Smallcraft, back to the nautical theme. If you've got a boat and you need some bits for your boat, go and speak to Mark at Specialist Smallcraft. And Scriptless. We've had Kieran with us this weekend from Scriptless, and we went to see Scriptless when it was performing in London.
Yes, we did, and it was bloody brilliant.
It was bloody brilliant. So go and check out Scriptless. You can probably find them on Instagram, I would have thought.
You absolutely can.
And Luke, AB Motorsport.
AB Motorsport. Over the last 4 years, if you have been watching our racing journey, have become our adoptive family away from home. Lovely Ali and Nikki, Chris, Brad, Harry, everyone over the years. It's family, and the drivers as well. We've got a lovely Tim Dorr, who's the nicest bloke in the universe, and then we've got I'm just going to gush for about an hour about how lovely they are. They give us the car that go fast. I drive car fast. They make car go fast.
And it has been an absolutely wonderful season, and thank you all so much for your lovely support. We couldn't have done this without you. It has been absolutely fantastic. So stay safe, be kind, look after one another.
Cheers.